All right. Welcome back for another episode of Minus the Blueprint. I am here, Shaniqua, again with Franny and Shay. But we also have a special guest today, Mrs. Lauren Gray. So, ladies, first I want to just ask you, as always, how was y'all weekend? How are y'all doing?
I guess I'll start because you're looking like you wanted to go, but you didn't know. It felt like hopscotch was or double dutch. Um, my week was pretty busy. As an accountant, it was the first of the month, so just slammed with work. Besides that, taking care of my mom and all of that going on, so kind of stressful and busy. So that's kind of where it was at. Just hoping to decompress this weekend. Was hoping to decompress this weekend, but I decided let's put on a project. And as chaotic as painting a house is, it was a little, relaxing. I just put on my R&B music and yeah, got to it. Don't know what's gonna look like. I gotta wait to the end project because I didn't put no primer on. You gotta do your research before you
Oh
paint.
no.
Should just
No, I had to start over.
I was
So
about to say come do my next, but I think I'm good.
you
Think
are
I'm-
good, okay?
Oh my gosh.
I'm good with painting with a twist, with somebody directing me and stuff, but I'm like, how hard could it be? Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, my week was uneventful. I think so. It's hard. Like after the end of the week, I like kind of forget everything that went on. But so I did. I'm trying to get my son to get on the road because he's had his permit for a while. But these new age kids don't think they need their license. So we almost got killed, and I'm like, what? And I'm very. It's hard. Like he doesn't like driving with me because I'm very like I'm a yeller. So I had to get out of that. But besides that, this weekend I've been cleaning because I have house guests coming this week that I'm very excited about. So yeah, nothing crazy. But how was your week, Nick?
It was good. I had to clutch my pearls because you are a yeller. Like I've drove with Franny before. It's just like Jesus, take the wheel.
Literally.
But
I
it
just
gets you,
heard that
it gets you to where you need to go under 30 minutes.
under 5 minutes. Oh no, right.
But no, my week was also not as eventful. Just getting things done from work because this was my last week. I'm on vacation, so super excited. Excited to be coming to Michigan for my son's 21st birthday. So that's crazy. That's crazy within itself. But excited to see him. Excited to see my girls. See some family. So that was good. And then this weekend, I went to a baby shower, so I'm starting to like interact with people. My battery is gone though. I was like, that was a lot. I no longer have it. Right in her notes, like yeah, I interacted with people this weekend, so I want surprises. I'm good. So it was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. How about you, Lauren? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. My weekends are usually low key, like active rest, right? My week, it was spring break for my kids. So that was nice. We didn't go anywhere. We were keeping it super low key. I've kind of kicked them out right now so I could do this, obviously, because my house is very loud. I have, the three boys here, and then I have two dogs who are quiet right now. I'm surprised that they're not going crazy hearing you guys, but I think they know that mommy is working. So, no, like my week was good. The time change really kind of screwed me up a little bit. I definitely am struggling with that. But so I've had to take like 2 naps, and I'm not a napper. So that's a whole nother thing. So my husband's like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? Because he was off as well. So he's been home for the weeks, which is nice. So, but it was a good week. Good week. Good weekend too.
Love it. Yeah, my kids have spring break this week. Michigan, y'all spring break already started?
The last week.
Last week, March. Okay. Well, let's get into
I gotta look at the calendar. I'm like, I know it's coming up. I feel it's coming up.
No, let's go ahead. So I guess as we think about like how busy or non-eventful our week and weekend was, I think that's a good segue into our topic today. And reason why we have Lauren here with us is we want to talk about wellness. I think we have covered so many topics so far, from like, parenting to, having that feminine energy, relationships. And I think one of the things that we have all kind of aligned on is, we got to take care of ourselves. I think every episode we say something about taking care of ourselves, like either if it's like, hey, we're all starting to get back into the gym, or we have a therapist. But we know as we get older, that can be difficult, right? There's so many distractions, and there's so many excuses that make sense, right, for us not to do or take care of ourselves, that we kind of put down a back burner. So that's why I'm happy Lauren is here. So I'm gonna give a short background, and then Lauren give her full background of Miss Lauren. So the reason why we have Lauren here is because she is literally the guru of just, being able to prioritize family, health, mental and physical health. And when I say prioritize, Lauren is really, really big on, we got to put ourselves first. And I know there's, her own personal story as to how she got there, but she really resonates with me when she talks about that. And then she also goes out her way to coach women, especially women over 35 who are busy, who have family and careers. So like, hey, making it okay and normalizing that you should put yourself first. So Lauren is a personal trainer. So she does that. She helps women, kind of find their groove with fitness. I'm in her group with that. And then she also has an accountability coaching service that she also help women just kind of figure out, mentally, what space are you in? And one thing I really like about Lauren is she meets you where you are. It's not one of those things where you need to be here right now. It's like, okay, this is who you are. We're going to accept that. But these are the things I would like to see you do. And these are the steps. So I really like that as an accountability coach. Lauren really takes the time to help you with those steps. And she doesn't rush you. I think we've been in this thing of me trying to sign my papers for like a year. And Lauren still loves me because I still haven't signed my paper.
I do.
So I'm going to
God's time.
I'm going to hand it over to Lauren so she can talk a little bit more about herself and her business.
Yeah. So I am an over 40 coach. So I do fitness coaching and then life coaching. I don't like calling myself a personal trainer because I do so much more. And honestly, that term for so many moms, especially moms over 40, over 35, it tends to make them like, I don't know if I want to do that, so no, I'm a fitness coach and, I help you with your lifestyle. And I'm also a life coach, right? So I have a one-on-one program. We work out in person. And then also I have an app where moms can be, where we do nutritional coaching, habit coaching. That's where all their workouts and everything live for those that, aren't here in Texas where I'm located. And so for me, just being a mom of 4 boys, ages 25, 14, 8, and 3, the 3-year-old I just stopped nursing like last year in November. So it's just been a process. I'm in all different life stages with them. I have a college graduate. I have one that's a freshman in high school. Then I have an elementary, and then I have one that's preschool, but home with me, part-time. And so my experience is that whenever I don't take care of myself, my home suffers, right? And so that's kind of like where everything, where it started and where it stems from. I don't know what else do you want to? Do you want me to talk about like my marriage? Like I'm here for you guys. Whatever you think will be helpful for your listeners.
Yeah, no, Lauren. I think the one thing that really resonate with me is, like you said, the different stages, right? Like I know for you, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Like you've always been on your fitness journey, right? And from what I noticed from like following you, it seems like with the new baby, it was a little bit harder to kind of get back to that mental state that you were in other
Maybe a connection.
Yeah.
How are y'all doing dropping this journey though? I'm just curious.
Well, I was actually going to talk on that because I think this week, the weekend, I actually canceled all my classes. And part of it was this project I put on because I was like, it's going to be hard to go work out and then paint all day. Like my muscles going to be tired. So I was like, okay, I'm going to cancel the classes and just focus on this didn't get done. But other than that, I think that, I'm still committed to Orange Theory. I think that's the one thing that helps me with that is that I don't like to waste money. So I try to cancel in the right amount of time. But I think the just showing up part is what I like.
Hey, I'm back. I don't know what happened. I'm here. I heard what y'all were saying. I don't know.
No worries,
So,
no worries.
so I heard her talking about Orange Theory and like a membership there. And so here's one thing that I would say. I overheard, I think the tail end of that is that counts. Like you're painting,
Mhm.
that counts. That's a workout. Like you don't,
I was sweating the whole time now.
well, right. But sweat doesn't even really mean anything. But yes, but that's like, that literally is a workout. Like, so I think too, as moms, we attach these like labels to, okay, so if I don't go to the gym and if I don't lift weights and if I don't do this, then that means that I wasn't active or I wasn't doing the things, when in actuality, you did do the things. Like you were moving. I mean, I have a client that recently was building a table, like an actual heavy wood table. And she was using that as part of her workout and her cardio. And I was like, heck yeah, like use it. Like it's, so I think attaching everyday things is super important to your fitness journey too, because it helps you also realize that you are moving, you are doing the things that you need to do, and to give yourself grace and credit as well. And I think so many moms like refuse to do that. It's like if you're not in the gym every single day, you don't think that you're doing the things, and you really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think we all have been on our fitness journey. Me and my son started back in November, but I had like a shoulder injury and then I just stopped going. And it's so easy to lose track of that momentum because now I haven't been back in like 3-4 weeks and my shoulder's like been, fully functional and I just can't find motivation to get back. Now my plan is to go tomorrow to get started back, but I'm just like, it is so easy to lose that momentum once you just skip a few days. So that's been a
Yeah.
challenge for me.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And so one of the things that I say is motivation is fleeting, right? So you're not always going to be motivated. You may be scrolling on social media and see somebody working out and it's like, oh crap, let me go put on my shoes and go to the gym. But if you don't have that, so often what I think is super important and what I incorporate and what I teach my clients is that it's about habits, right? So you have to get into the habit of doing it. So then it's not something that you feel like you need to squeeze into your schedule or that you have to hurry up and do, right? Because when it becomes a habit, it's just something you do every single day. And to add to that, you can't compare yourself to some other mom. And that's another thing that I really do try to teach my clients. Like I tell them not to compare themselves to me. I absolutely love the gym. I am in the gym every single day at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. That's what I do. I have a trainer that I pay. I love it. I don't have to think about my workouts because I'm, doing the workouts of all these other moms that are in my app and that are in person. And so for me, I like that flexibility. And so I tell them, like, I'm here every single day at 5 a.m. That's what I like. That's what I enjoy. This is what I do full time. So I devoted that time to do that. You don't have to do that. And so that's why I don't have a program that's in the morning. My program is at 6:30 p.m. in the evening for those moms who maybe work from home or want to come before they have to do dinner, just want to get that quick 30, 45-minute workout in with me, and then they go home, right? And they finish their day. So I think you have to decide like what works for you, something that you enjoy, that you like, and then you stick to that and make it a habit. And yeah, like I mean, once you do that, it does become second nature. It really will.
Yeah. What is your advice on how do you make it a habit? I guess I have the answer, but I'm just asking.
No, it's okay. So you've probably heard the sayings like, okay, so when you do something for 21 days, for 21 days and it becomes a habit. I don't know if that's like really true. So for me, and what I teach my clients, because this is all things that I teach other moms to do, right? You have to decide first what it is that you want to do. And it has to be something realistic for you and your life. I do not like Zumba. I don't want to do no dance fitness. I don't want to go and hobble around on the floor, like trying to remember dance steps. I don't like it. It's not something that I enjoy. I have friends who are Zumba instructors and they love it. Will I go to their classes when they beg me? Yes, I will. But it's not something I enjoy. Zumba is not going to be or I should say dance fitness isn't going to be something that I go and do consistently. Right. So I can't build a habit doing that. So that's the very first thing is you have to find something that you really like to do. Then you need to schedule it. like just like we do our kids' well visits, our visits to the doctor annually, any type of dentist appointments, all those types of appointments. What do? We put them on our phones, right? We put them in the calendar. Some moms don't do that. They just get the reminders like a day before. I don't.
Jenny, look at you.
It's sometimes I do a little bit of both, but I'd be like, oh, I need that reminder. I forget. Put it in my calendar.
You got to put it in your calendar as soon as it happens. So yeah, so
So they
you have
gotta
to
do some-
schedule it, right? So pick something you like, and then you have to schedule it. Like put it in the phone. So my workouts every single day, I know I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go. Everybody knows. They see it on social media every single day, like clockwork, right? But it's still in my phone. Like I still have it in my phone. Just it's like a pop-up happens when I'm leaving. I know that I'm going to the gym. So that's another way that the process of making it a habit, right? It's an entire process. This isn't something that you're born knowing how to do. It's not something that our mothers have taught us, right? Because a lot of times they didn't do it either. Like they weren't prioritizing themselves. They were trying to figure out how they were going to do what they needed to do for us. And so I think that's something else that we have to remember and pay attention to is like the way that you were brought up, all of that, like your background, like your history, just your family history, all that kind of stuff. It all plays into that. And that's why when I'm coaching moms, I take a moment to understand that because that's going to determine the types of things that I'm going to have you do coming into my program. I'm not going to have you strength training in the gym when you've never been in the gym before. That doesn't even make sense, right? So you're going to do some things at home. You're going to walk every day. And then we build you up because if you are over 35 and a mom, you need to lift weights somewhere in your life, more than just bringing the groceries in. I mean, that's important, but you need to have like some type of strength training program that involves just dumbbells at home, right? And so I don't know why I got onto that, but I love strength training. So we're talking about habits. So let me back up. So you need to schedule the things, pick something that you like, and then you do it. And you have to figure out why is that? Like, why is it a habit for you to get in your car and go to work every day or log onto your computer at home, right, to work from home? But you can't devote that time to yourself. You're the most important person before your kids even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that you said the finding something because now I'm like excited to, okay, maybe I do need to explore different types of fitness. When we went to Texas, NECAT is doing hot works.
What did you think?
It was hot.
It is hot.
Yeah, it was
But think about it. Roller skating, like pickleball. I mean, you said y'all are in Michigan, right?
Yeah, but I like tennis. Like I like playing tennis, but I've never like learned how to formally play. But like when you were saying that, I'm like, oh, maybe I should start doing that again and just really learn it.
Yeah, no, but that's amazing. I love that. And so you sort of find things that work for you. But I will say strength training is a necessity. Like, even if it's like you're using your body weight and you're doing that to start out, like you're not going to look like a man. I mean, we can go down that road. Like it's not going to happen. I mean, do I look like a man? Like, I don't think.
No.
Like, I'm just saying, like, listen, it's sexy to lift weights and to just be strong. Like, I literally want to look like I can move like a refrigerator or a dryer by myself. And I do.
Yeah.
I mean, some women are like, oh my God, no.
And
my husband does not complain. Okay. So there's that. But no, like fitness should be fun.
Yeah.
Wellness should be fun. Like your faith in fitness, which is huge for me too. Like that should be fun. It shouldn't feel like a chore or like homework. Like it shouldn't feel like that. It should be something that you enjoy doing. And I think if we would start to think about it differently, we would definitely build the habit, like you were asking, to do it. You have to want to do it, right? And just for yourself. Tomorrow isn't promised, right? But taking care of myself, nobody's gonna say, oh, well, she didn't take care of herself, and not that it matters what people think, because Rico knows like that's the last thing I care about like, at all. But that's important too. Like, how do you feel about you, right? And you're not going to make it a habit if it's not something that you feel that you deserve, which is a whole nother area that I coach on.
No, and I really like the habit. I think that's so important. I think that's what I had to learn for myself. I think finding something that you like. I know I dragged y'all to HotWorks. I'll drag anybody to HotWorks, but the thing with HotWorks that really, really resonated with me, because I had a Planet Fitness membership, like, like y'all used to do boxing, stuff like that. But I needed something where I was mentally. I needed something where, one, I could isolate and still move my body. I think I wasn't in a mindset to really say, hey, I'm going to go to this group class and stuff like that. Like, I wasn't motivated. And then with the scheduling, because HotWorks 24/7, I still have to schedule my classes, right? So like, it allowed me to figure out what type of habits I can build in regards to scheduling, because like I started doing it in the evening, but evenings I'm like, oh, this doesn't work for me, because all those excuses, like evenings for me is just like excuse overload, because I'm already thinking like I got to do this thing at 5 p.m. and there's like 50 other things that come up. I'm just like, nope, not going to do it. So how I transitioned to the 5 a.m. was like, hey, this is time that I need to put aside for me. Like, this is the only time that I know for sure no one's going to bother me. I need to get up and go. And it was hard for a while. Like, I'm not going to lie, like getting up in the morning, driving, and like, man, I got to make this appointment. Like, it was hard for a while. But I think over time, it just became natural. And it wasn't so much just because of like, seeing like physical changes, but like what it was doing for me mentally. Like, I felt like I was starting my day with like a clearer mind. I was starting my day happy. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what happened the night before, no matter what's going on in my life, I felt that I was starting my day in a positive mindset. And it literally helped me like get through anything that may have happened during the day. And I loved it. I was going to sleep earlier. It just felt like my life just kind of shifted, like a light bulb just came on, like, oh, this works for me. And going on the point of strength training, when I do HotWorks, of course, I don't do strength training there, but as time went on, I also like, okay, I want to be stronger. I want to do this. Like, I always post I call them my baby muscles, because like, I never thought that I would see a muscle, but like being able to like lift and just feeling like I'm stronger, feeling like this is something that I can take control of. And that was another thing with working out for me. It was the one area of my life where I felt like I could have complete control over. Like, I felt like, no matter what was going on, no matter the chaos, I can't control like relationship. I can't control like what's going on at work, but I can control how I move my body, when I move my body, what I want my body to be. So that was really helpful for me to kind of gain those habits. And even, Franny, when you're talking about injuries, like, I don't know, something always going on in my body. But I think the biggest shift for me was just like, it's okay. Rest is important. Just go back to doing what you were doing. And I think what has changed for me, when I do have any type of injuries or stuff like that, I walk, or I'll do something with the kids that I can do. So my mindset of like what physical activity has definitely changed. I was one who was like, it's all or nothing. Either I'm going to go to this group class or I'm not going to do nothing, because walking doesn't count. Like, that's how my mindset used to be. Like, I'm not going to see any progress from walking every day. But now it's just like, let me walk the dog for 15, 20 minutes. Like, that counts. That's good. So I really, really do agree. Like, habits is like so important to just make it part of your life, like your day to day.
Yeah. And I think too, the people around you will also realize that that's what you're doing, and you'll end up having support. And for those that don't support you, even if they're within your four walls, listen, it is what it is. Like, you still do what you need to do for yourself, seek it out. And if we pay attention, right? Like, if you really look at your circle, and if you look at the women in your life, I can guarantee you other women, they want to help, right? They want to help you. They want you to succeed. And if you're not around women who want to do that for you or with you and reciprocate that, well, then they're probably not the right women to have in your life and around you. And, it's sad, but it's true. So your community matters, and community is really, really, really a big deal for me. You can't just sit at home by yourself wallowing, woe is me, with these kids that you have to raise, married or not. Like, it's just so important to prioritize yourself and especially your mental health.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Go ahead, Franny.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, we were just talking about the other day about like, making sure you have the right circle around you of like women, and community is important. And just like, how do you, and I think we all talked about this in a couple episodes too, about like community, friendship, and everything like that. But I think just having people who motivate you, right? Because I think when you see other people doing it, like it makes you want to like look into yourself, like, oh, let me see what I can learn from them, or let me get on this, this bandwagon too. And I think when you have people in your life who are also motivated, that community, it does make the journey less lonely. I think it also makes it like more, for me, productive. Like, even though I talk about how isolated I am, I have a community. Like, I have a community who accepts my isolation. So it's like, I'll still talk to you all. I'll still like do things. I'll still like post and encourage. But when someone else is also filling up your cup and they're on like that same journey with you, it does hit different.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is, I know, like, as I've been, saving all these YouTube videos and Instagram reels, that even like through my doctor, right? Like, your bodies are made in the kitchen. So for me, I would rather work out 8 hours a day if I could eat what I want. I just love food. And I know that is my downfall. We talked about it on the last episode. We talked about food on the last episode, but I just wish I could just eat what I want. And I just know that's not how it works. And so, as a working mother, right, I find it hard to, even meal prep, as people suggest. And I don't want to eat the same thing every day. I know, like, Meek has a really strategic meal planning routine, but I don't want to eat the same thing every day. Coming home, I'm tired, so I don't always want to cook. So what are your suggestions for that, for as far as nutrition and eating the right stuff?
Yeah. Sorry, it looks like my phone wants to die, possibly. So I'm gonna plug it up here. Those meal prep suggestions. So one thing is that you don't have to prep how you probably, all the food containers on the cabinets, on the counter, and you're putting a piece of chicken in every single one. You don't have to do that. If that's not something that's going to work for you, and I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just plug this in. If that's not something, okay, we're good. If that's not something that's going to work for you, then don't do that. So what I like to do is have those snacky type items, because I like to snack, right? And so having those snacky type items available for yourself. So would you say, like, so let's just kind of walk through like what a coaching call would look like. So what, during your day, are you physically at home, or are you going somewhere like off site, like you're working outside of your home?
Either working from home, or if I'm in the office, I'm sitting at a desk chair.
Like for most of the day?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just talk about like when you're at home. One thing that I like, because I'm home, right? So one thing that I like to do is I have all my glass containers, and I make sure that I have items that I want to eat and that I can eat at home. So, carrot sticks, like if you like ranch, I mean, you can do that. It's all about moderation, paying attention to serving sizes, things like that. But you have to have the stuff in your house that you know that you need to eat. Now, if you have aversions to certain food, or if you're like I have a husband who doesn't like vegetables, like I can't make him eat vegetables. He's grown, like whatever, it is what it is. I'm not going to berate him. And I mean, I do sometimes, but I don't do that all the time. I was like, let me tell the truth, because this is going to be like somewhere on the internet. Not something I do often, but so for my clients, I have a list of all these foods, right? What do you eat off of this list? So I have some that literally will circle like 5 items, and I'm just like, okay. So we start there. So what do you eat? What can you eat? Do you like boiled eggs? Boil some eggs and have them in the fridge available to yourself. Do you like peanut butter? I don't want to go through like every single thing now, but the main thing when it comes to nutrition, you can still eat those things. However, soda 100% shouldn't even be anywhere in your house. That is something that I will say 100% eliminate. Now, if you need it, like if you want it every once in a while, if you're at a party or whatever, I mean, fine. But soda shouldn't be something that's just in your house, like something that you just pop open and pour it over some ice. Like that shouldn't be a staple in your house. Things like cereal, like ultra highly processed foods, shouldn't be something that you're eating on a regular basis. So like your Cheetos, your Doritos, like Nerds ropes, now and later's. Just look, I'm going through the things that my husband still buys for himself and for my children.
I'm gonna give up the sugar, the chocolate. Oh my gosh, Reese cups.
Listen, I'm just keeping it real. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie and make it seem like, oh, we're over here in my house. But here's the thing. I don't have to eat that stuff. And I don't. Right. Occasionally, will I eat a Cheeto because the baby has it and he yes. Right. I'm just keeping it 100% real, but I'm also not competing in any type of, I'm not trying to be in a show, anything like that. So sometimes it's okay. But for the most part, that stuff shouldn't even be in your house. Right? I mean, you have to think about it. Like, what is your end goal? Is it to be a size 5? That's not I have no aspirations for that ever in my entire life, right? I want to be strong. I want to look amazing and outside of clothes and in clothes. I want to feel good in my skin, right? And so for me, that means that the majority of the time, 80% of the time, I'm going to try and eat what I know I need to eat for the body that I want to have, right? And so you have to just decide, is this and I'm not just talking at you, please. I hope you hear my heart. Okay. I was like, hold on, let me bring this in a little bit. You have to eat for the body that you want. And again, that doesn't mean you can never have like you said, chocolate. Make some banana bread and put some chocolate chips in it. Like, there's things that you can do, but you also talked about being tired. Well, listen, if you go to the gym and if you're doing all these other things, if you're planning your week out on a Sunday, I love big calendars. It helps me. If you're planning your week out, do you know how much stress that relieves for your week? Picking out what you're going to wear. You're going to be in the office 3 days a week. Pick out what you're going to wear. Now, I'm a person who feels a certain way and then I have to wear a certain outfit. Okay, fine. Pick 2 outfits. These are the 2 options that you have for that day. And I post about this a lot. I'm like, imagine if, right? And so that's something. Imagine if you planned your week out 20, 30 minutes. That's all that it takes. And you wake up Monday and you're like refreshed because it's like, oh my God, I did all the things. I don't have to be stressed this morning when I get up. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. And that's why I literally am probably like the happiest person, even when there's things to not be happy about. Like, I know that in my bubble, I'm controlling the things that I can control. And Shaniqua, there's not that much that we can control if you think about it. Like, really, we're not really in control, right? But what I feel like I can, which is myself and what I do, how I show up. So showing up means not getting food through that car window.
Yep. All right. That's it right there. Because that's the part I struggle with too. I think it's just I bought the glass containers and they sitting there.
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't have to. But that's the thing. You don't have to. I want to really, because I know that other moms are going to be watching this, and I want to really drive home the fact that you don't have to do all of that crap that you say. I say crap. All the things that you saved on Instagram, you're not going to do any of it. Go unbookmark that stuff.
I downloaded it.
Yeah, what did you say?
I downloaded it on my phone. I got so many recipes.
Free up some space.
Listen, well, so here's the thing. If you downloaded it, get you a notebook like this. This is my budget one, but get you a cute little notebook or something like this, right? And you literally go in here and you write all the things, write down the things that you want to make. Just go through. So that could be something that you do on a Sunday. Okay, you know what? I'm going to set my timer for 10, 15 minutes. And here's the thing. I really want you guys to see that I am nobody. Like, I mean, I am special because I'm God's child, but like, I mean, because I had to back up real quick. I was like, no, I am special, but I'm not like any more special than you guys, right? And so I just want you to see, like, I'm human and I'm not perfect either. So I have to put tools in my life that help me be a good coach, a better mom, a better wife to my husband. Because girl, I'm a hot mess sometimes when it comes to him. I'm like, you want me to do what for where, where, why, right? And so I think just overall, like, so what I was getting at, I pulled these because I want you guys to see, like, so even using your phone for a timer sometimes that's like boring, right? So I bought these little timers when COVID happened for my kids, and like they're so cute, and I have like 6 of them. They go from 1 minute all the way to 30 minutes. So I love social media, like absolutely love it. I think it's the best thing in the entire world. I get paid to use it and I love it. Okay. I have the little blue check mark, all the things. So for me, I can sit on social media all day and would not be bored. I'm not doom scrolling. I'm looking for clients, et cetera, et cetera. But no, I just love it. It's fun to me. I love interacting with people. I love giving people grief too, probably sometimes. That's something that I'm working on. My friends have checked me about it. Just listen, right now in our country. But okay, so I digress. So my fun time in social media. So what I do is when I do X, Y, and Z, get this done during the day, then I can go spend 5 minutes on social media. Here's this, turn it over, scroll. When it's done, I'm done, right? So I don't know how we got from nutrition to this, but I feel like it's all connected in some way. Okay.
I just feel like
Okay.
it's discipline. You
Yeah.
worked on your discipline.
And yes, that's perfect. And you have to decide, how do you become more disciplined? And I think like my clients, they know how I am. They like, I literally can ask them, okay, when they come to me with an issue, okay, what would I do in that situation? And they'll answer. And it's like, is that what you did? Well, no, because you lack confidence, right? Well, you pull whatever confidence you think Lauren has, and that's what you pull out when you need to do this or talk to this person or to do this, or you feel like you're, not shining how you need to. And so often the reason why you guys don't do the things you need to do is because you're afraid that you're actually going to do the thing. Literally changes who you are, and other things in your life where you're comfortable will change as well. And I think so often we care so much about what other people think that we won't even take care of ourselves because we're worried about what they're going to say because we lost weight. And that's not okay. Like, we can't do that. And so that's why I'm so passionate about what I do. I'm different in the way that I present the information, because I'm not going to sit here and be like, girl, you need to eat 1,200 calories a day. Like I'm not, that's just not the kind of coach I am. We're going to look at, like, holistically, we're going to look at it. And so, yes, that means that maybe I'm spending a little bit more time with my clients, but they're happy and they're getting results. And I'll say this, and I'm not going to repeat it again. It's not always immediately, obviously, physical results. Like, so often it's non-scale victories, right? It's feeling better in your skin. It's no longer taking, leftovers from a restaurant instead of eating all of it there, right? It's being able to go up and down the stairs without feeling like you're going to like hyperventilate and die when you get to the top. Like, it's all of these things. And I feel like I'm talking and talking and talking, but I just want anybody listening to this that's a mom to know that you're worthy of spending time for yourself. You're capable, and it's okay to get help. That's literally why I'm here. Like, and this is all that I do full time. Like, I no longer am in corporate America. I made the decision with my husband to do this full time because I'm super passionate about it, and he believed in me. And so we're like, okay, let's figure it out. And so that's why I'm here, that like on this earth, is to help other moms remember that they matter. And it just is packaged in programs that I have.
Yeah. I love that. I think when I started working out, it was because, well, for a multitude of things, right? Like I've done a bunch of fad diets. Like high school used to be a size 0, had the baby. I was still kind of like, okay, kind of smashed, and then just life. And so, kind of the reason this year that I started working out, because I kept seeing like even healthy people like having strokes or people my age or younger just like dying. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how dare we have the audacity to think we have another day to start living better, or another day to start eating right. So that's always like in the back of my mind. Like I'm just scared that one day I'm gonna have a health a big health issue, and then I can't have the freedom to make the decision to go to walk to the gym, or work out or eat right. So that's been one of my biggest fears. But I love the change I've seen in Neek. I have to shout her out because everything you're saying, it made me think of Neek, just how she has changed, even just her mindset. And I know she's still working on it, but I had to shout her out because she's an example of what you were just saying. So I'm really proud of her.
Oh, she's a client.
That's good promo right there. She's
I'm like,
walking
I like
billboard.
she pays me to help her.
I also want to my story kind of resembles yours, Franny. Like high school, didn't have to worry about it. Like had the child, and I was like, oh, okay, things change. But it wasn't. I think it was actually getting on the depot shot really changed my body to me. After that, everything shifted. I could before then I could eat whatever I wanted. After that, I could not. And then COVID. So going into the office, being active to coming home, figuring all that out, trying to take care of the kids. So you're doing all of these different things. It just kind of like I got to this point. So now I'm at the point where okay, I'm the heaviest I have ever been in my whole life. That's kind of depressing because I've never been in this situation where what do I do with this, to like, okay, let me get back in the gym. Now I've always been like, I ran cross country, I ran track, I did basketball, I've always been athletic. So Orange Theory seemed to have worked out for me just because it's super, super hard and it feeds into my competitive side that I like, but it's more so it helps my mental health.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm having a hard day. I go work out. I'm lifting heavy. At that, like I'm taking it all out on the weights. So I feel better when I leave, but it's the nutrition part that I'm kind of sucking at. So I'll go eat I'll go there and then eat. I'm in that drive-through. With my glass container still sitting in the box that I. So that's the part I really, really need to work on is mainly the nutrition part. And also like you were saying, Lauren, like looking at the little things that I'm doing throughout the day that is physical because I do sit down all day and I'm literally in meetings. So it's not I have to prep some type of way because I could be on camera from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I don't have any time to eat. So it's really easy to like quickly DoorDash something because I might only have a 15-minute window to actually eat something up because I'm on camera, I'm in meetings, I'm making decisions. That's the other thing with Orange Theory is you don't have to make no decisions. You just show up and they tell you what the workout is. And that's what I'm to just show up and that's it. But I think that's my biggest struggle is the nutrition part and being real consistent. I can be consistent for a while. I can do a 21-day fast, especially spiritual fast because I'm committing spiritually. But after that 22nd day, whew,
Out of control, right?
I love it.
22nd day is over.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So that's my biggest struggles.
Yeah. Well, so there's lots of things I want to say to that. The overarching big thing that I heard that you said was that you're in meetings visibly on camera, or you can be in a day from the time you pretty much get there and get situated until the time that you leave and clock out or leave for the day, right? That's not the healthiest thing, just in general, right? That's a lot of stress, just in general. So
well, let me preface this by saying I do work for a startup company that is going. So it comes with the job. So it's not that hey, this is normal. It's hey, we got a project that's coming. It's about to go
I get it.
to the public. So this is why it's not every single day too. Let me put that out there. It's not every single day, but it can be. It can be for multiple days that hey, we're really working on this project, really trying to get it out. So
and listen, they're a startup, so sometimes they're a little bit more flexible with allowing you to do certain things, right? Because of the type of company that it is. And so there are other things that like I suggest to my clients, and I actually just on Friday, one of them very similar situation to you. And I probably could pull it up here, but basically she's an entrepreneur, has her own business, sitting all day, same type thing, like not able to, but she literally, it is every single day. Like there's no like wiggle room, right? And so, but she has a choice because it is her business. And so I created quickly and gave them a whole list of things that they can actually do during the day while they're uh, sitting like at home, working at home or in the office, things that they can do. You know, if you're listening to music while you're working, like every time a new song starts, get up and do this thing. Or, I mean, it's this whole list. And Shaniqua, actually, if you log into the app, you can see it. Like it's posted in there. But so again, there are things that you can do to help that. So I wasn't badgering you at all or saying that anything was bad. It's just important for you to think through those things. So when you have the stress of having, you know, your job is something that's stressful, right? I mean, you could love it, but there's still things that you have to do. That's gonna take away from you wanting to plan meals. It's normal, right? So you're gonna have to push through that uncomfortable in order to do it. And here's
Yeah.
the thing: if you're gonna get fast food, fine, get fast food. Just make it. It needs to be healthier. There needs to be healthier options. Yeah, I'll leave it
Yeah.
at that because
So
I
one of
want
the
to.
things too I want to point out too is like even with that, that's I usually do work out at night, and the scheduling helps. I did get to the point where I was really bad at just canceling because okay, I got to do something with work. To the point that I said, okay, you know what, I will not cancel going to work out for work. So I did get to that point. So I definitely
Mhm.
just
That
I
makes
think
me
I
so
said the
happy.
stress day takes it out. I take it out on the weights.
I don't know if I could say this, but I'm definitely like that F them kids. Listen, I love my kids. Look, because I'll have y'all all like quitting all the jobs and going and
Right.
Ubering or something. But no, like I'm like, if you don't take care of you, then what is there? Like it's just like at least carve out just little bitty pieces of time. And this is the thing too, like I'll get people that will see me out and about or whatever, and they're like, every time I see a bottle of water, like I think of you. And I'm like, yes, that's what I want. Now go buy a t-shirt that I sell, you know, or whatever. Like, so yes, I believe that the things that I'm saying, it's going to be like in the back of your head. Like when you're going and getting food from Whataburger, or hold on, y'all are in Michigan. Whatever
Yeah.
y'all have there.
So we had we had a
I was like, hold on, they don't have Whataburger. Whatever y'all have there.
Chick-fil-A, Island.
You're gonna Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You're gonna think get the kale salad or something, right? With some grilled nuggets and mix it up real good. But then also look at how much that is. That's another thing. Like you want to help yourself make some changes, go pull up that bank account, okay? And add up all the
do it.
food that you buy.
That
Listen,
part.
and I
That part.
literally, if y'all go to my social media, like just my personal Facebook page, you know, like and just scroll, like that's literally all I do is holler at y'all about like all these things. And then occasionally I'll share like my husband jumping off a swing because he thinks it's cool, you know, almost 50 years old, about to break his leg. Um,
Oh my
but yeah, like there's so many things that we as moms can do. I mean, we chose to have these babies. We chose to raise these kids. One thing I'll encourage you with is we get 18 summers with them.
Yeah.
That's like, when you think about that, 18 summers and they're on loan. Like if you're a believer, like they're on loan, like they're not our kids. Right.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
we do the best that we can and we love them and we do all the things. But ultimately, like when they leave, and they will leave. My 5-year-old doesn't live here. He graduated from college. He's in San Antonio, but he doesn't live with us. Like he has his own life. He's doing his own thing. Like what do I look like having gave my whole life to him? And then I'm looking at my husband like, who are you? Like, what do we do? Like, I don't want that, you know? And so if anything, I don't want to like leave this on a negative note, but it's just like, take care of you, because like you don't have anything else. Like that's it. And your kids need to see that example. My boys know when I go out in that garage to go work out, y'all better leave me alone. The little one still is learning, right? He's still kind of a little brat, but they know like I'm going to go work out. My kids used to go to the gym with me at 5 a.m. in the morning because my husband worked for FedEx. He had to be at work when I was leaving to go to the gym. He was going to work. I couldn't leave them here by themselves. So they used to come to the gym, and I had people that were commenting on my stuff like, oh my God, you got them kids. Listen, my kids are fine. You need to worry about yourself. But anyway, like we're not going to go there. So like, but no, like, and so now my kids know, like, mommy is up. I'm going to the gym. My house is quiet. I leave. I come back. I get them my husband has them already awake. I get them situated. They go to school, and then I'm here with the three-nager. Is that what we call them? You know, if
So
he's not going, go ahead.
someone listening to this podcast be motivated. They want to find you, reach out. Where do they go to?
Yeah, so you can always, they can go to www.jumpstartwithlg.com. My name is Lauren Gray. So jumpstartwithlg.com is always a great place to at least start, and then you can find me from there. If you are on Facebook or Instagram, you can look up Jumpstart with LG. I do a lot on my personal page that's connected to all of that, though. So you can just find Lauren Gray on Facebook or on Instagram. And I'm there as well. But my website obviously is the best place at first to come. And then I have groups on Facebook. So once you find my page, if you go to Facebook and just look up Lauren Gray, and I have a master's in education. So my name is Lauren Gray, MED. You'll find me right there. You can follow me. You can send me a friend request. I'll look at your profile to make sure you're a real person and accept it. But no, like all of my stuff is public for the most part. So, but that's where you can find me.
Awesome.
And I just want to say,
question. I know we have to wrap it up because I know my mom is going to kill me if I don't ask, because she's so big in intermittent fasting, and we've been going back and forth about like, is it beneficial? Is it even healthy? Especially because, you know, she's an older woman. So just real take. What is your take on intermittent fasting?
I think that it's okay. I think that it's something that you can do. I think that it's not something that you want to do like for the rest of your life, forever and ever. However, the big thing about intermittent fasting is that you still need to get all of your calories in. This isn't like intermittent fasting isn't an excuse to not eat. So I think so many moms will say like, oh, I'm intermittent fasting. And then they don't eat. They eat like one meal. It's like, no, ma'am, you still need to get all of your food in that window. So, you know, if you're doing like the 16 and 8, like you need to make sure that within that time, you still get your food in. And so if she's somebody that wants to reach out to me so we can chat about it, I am not a nutritionist. However, I do, do basic nutrition coaching and can do that part. But yeah, like the intermittent fasting definitely works. Because it also helps if you're short on time, like you don't want to be eating throughout the day, like it's totally fine, but you still need to know your macros, and eat all of that within that window, right? And so I think that's the thing that people struggle with is that they think that it's like a diet, and it's not really a diet. It's just when are you eating? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Okay, thank you. I have so many things I'm going to take away. I'm like, I'm ready to go start my Sunday schedule.
Listen, join my app. Hello, I have an app, and I know y'all are in Michigan, but come on.
Yes, that's still under the same platforms. The app.
Yeah. For the app and stuff, you can reach out to me, and I can send you the link to get signed up for that. So if anybody's interested in that, just send me a DM, or you can email me hey@jumpstartwithlg.com. And that you want the app link, and I can get that to you too. And then you just get signed up, and you get 7 days free when you join my app. You get to try it for 7 days. So,
okay, awesome. This has been such a good conversation. We really appreciate you coming on.
Well, I appreciate y'all allowing me to and coming to share.
Yes. No, Lauren, this has been an amazing conversation. And, I'm going to go back to community. this is why I was able to get to where I am mentally, physically, because I just started putting myself with people who had that mentality. I think the biggest thing, I know we have to wrap up, the biggest thing that made me want to change is, and then I didn't like anything about myself. And it wasn't just from a physical standpoint. I didn't like mentally. I didn't like my health issues. I didn't like anything. So like I got to a point where I was miserable, like miserable. And like I said before, the one thing I felt I could change is getting up and moving my body. And from there, everything else just kind of played its role. And, you know, thank you for the shout out, Franny. I think the biggest thing for me with my mental mindset is I only get one life. You know, I would hate to leave this life just trying to get people to love and like me. If you don't love and like me, that's on you. It's okay. You know, I would hate to leave this world, you know, not taking accountability for things that I done wrong. Like, it's just so many things that I realized I was keeping all that stress inside of me that I had to sit down. I had to sit down. I had to shift. And I had to say, I actually love me. You know, I had to say, like, I want to love myself. I can't love a man. I can't love these kids. I can't love family and friends if I don't love myself. And I didn't love myself. So I knew that the love I was giving everyone else wasn't genuine love. So I think for me, you know, having people like Lauren, having like you all, like even, you know, having certain family there to just like really give me the space to figure it out is what helped me feel like I could do this. So going back to community, yes, please go to Lauren's website, her Facebook, you know, look at the app, download it. It has been a game changer for me. Like I said, I've been on this journey for over a year and, you know, I do not regret anything. It has been major shifts and changes in my life that would have in the past would have knocked me off of like my path. It would have like really got me in like depression. But one thing that I really realized in this journey is I'm able to get back up a lot quicker. Life is going to happen no matter what. It's how quickly can you snap back, right? And so for that, I'm always grateful. I'm always grateful for that. So yeah, thank you so much, Lauren, for being here. I
Thanks
really,
for
really
having
appreciate
me.
it.
Thanks, ladies. Y'all are amazing. I can't wait to connect with y'all offline.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm glad it was
You see,
helpful.
also I just want to add that Lauren connecting with y'all. That's another friend for me that's going to connect. I'm just saying, I have all the gems when it comes to friends.
not too
Okay.
much. I've been sipping. You guys know I usually have a glass of wine. This is water. I know we're doing health and fitness, so they told me I had to have water. So for our viewers, this is a nice glass of cold Costco water, Kirkland. So all right, that's it.
Look,
That's all I have to say.
facts. Look, that's all we
Thank
drink
you.
over here, okay?
Awesome. All right, thank you all. Please comment. Please, you know, if you have any fitness gems that you want to share, please comment. We would love to hear that. If you're starting your journey, again, you can start anytime you want to. The main thing is just starting. That's what you want to do and go from there. All right,
Bye.
thank you.